Hey there, everyone. It's Denise Salcedo. Welcome back to the UNF YouTube channel. And joining me right now is Jesse Langarica. Jesse is going to be making his UNF debut, and he's going to be having a fight against David Rojas at UNF 13 now. Jesse, I want to start off by asking you, things have gotten kind of messy between you and David over on social media. There have been some words exchanged, and I've spoken with David, and he kind of gave me a little bit of, a little bit of a background as to what's going on, but I want to hear your perspective, your side of things. What's going on between you and David?
Just been a lot of trash talk on Instagram and different things. So we had a couple fights scheduled, and so it's been building up over that time. So right now I think it's kind of peaking right before a fight. But I kind of like it. I think it gets everybody excited about the fight, and then it gets me a little bit more amped up for it. So it's all good.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like when you go into a fight and you got a little bit more of a personal vendetta that you have against the person, maybe it might push you a little bit more.
No, yeah, it definitely does. Definitely wakes me up for the fight. And so I'm using it as motivation.
Yeah, okay, so Jesse, this is your UNF debut as well. So tell us about how you got to this point in your journey. How long have you been in MMA? Why did you start pursuing it? And how do you feel being here at UNF?
I've been fighting for about 4 years now. So I started in kickboxing, did 4 fights there, and then I have 2 MMA fights. And so, yeah, just taking fights, winning them, and then just building up my record. I was able to sit down with the owners, the Buckners, and we talked over some contract stuff, and they agreed to sign me. And so I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be up next, and I'm looking forward to what comes next.
Dude, that's awesome. So you signed with UNF then?
Yeah, so they got me a couple amateur fights and then some guaranteed pro fights. So whoever they put in front of me is, I'm ready to go.
So how exciting is that for you to already know what place, what home you're going to have these fights lined up in?
It was like a dream come true. It was like I remember like the day I signed, and I had the hat, and I didn't want to take it off. So it was really cool for me to, get signed as like almost a professional fighter. So yeah.
So what is it about you that you feel UNF made that? What is it about you that UNF said, "Hey, man, we need to sign this guy"? Like, what kind of fighter are you? Tell us about that.
Well, coming up, I just came for everybody in kickboxing and MMA. I was the loudmouth, the trash talker. Now I'm kind of working on, taking a humble approach, but I do think that's how they heard about me. And then, just sitting down and meeting with them and seeing where we want to take my career. There's a lot of opportunity for me here, and so I'm happy to be a part of the company.
That's real cool. So let me ask you about your background. Growing up, what were you interested in? How did you become involved in MMA? I know how you started, but what made you passionate about it?
I think just watching it with my stepdad. I remember it was the only sport he cared about. He didn't like any other sport except UFC and when it was on. And so watching with him and bonding with him over that, I think that kind of got me an interest in it. And then I started wrestling in high school and just took it all the way to the top. So we're here now.
So what does your stepdad think about you being a fighter now?
Yeah, he's real proud of me. He brags to his coworkers and stuff. And so yeah, it's been awesome.
That's real cool. It's nice to know that someone's bragging about you, right?
Yeah. So my whole family's very proud of me, and so that's a big plus for the sport.
That's real cool, man. All right, now I do also want to get at your goals because I think that's very important. What are some of your short and long-term goals?
Short-term goals is just take out David Rojas, and then long-term, just continue training, continue keeping up with my numbers, and just continue to get better.
Awesome. Now, I also am curious, who are you outside of the cage? What are some of the things that you're really interested in, things that you're passionate in?
For a while I was just only interested in fighting, but recently I'm kind of learning to have an outside life.
It's important, right?
Yeah, so I like to go to the beach. I'm trying out different stuff, golfing, and so it's kind of cool to get out of the gym sometimes and do something normal. Yeah.
It almost seems like you're trying to find what your other interests are.
Yeah, seriously, it's I just didn't care about anything else but now I'm kind of finding out, there's more to life than just fighting everybody, so that's cool.
Yeah. It's nice to be well-rounded, that's for sure. It inspires you in different ways. And you never know, other things can inspire your fight game or even your mentality as well. So that's really great. Jesse, I want to thank you so much for chatting with me, and I can't wait to see you fight on UNF 13. We'll catch you guys next time. Bye, everyone.